with one from red, then one from blue, usual sort of fashion. And I've been looking forward to this one because a really good friend of mine, Energizer, who I've collabed with on Whiskey Project, chat to pretty near every day, great guy, and just love his golf courses. So he put this one out and kept it under the radar for quite a long time. Now, I know he's filled out the form, I just need to go find it, which you'd think I would have sorted before this, but no, we hadn't thought that part through. Let's see, course details for judges. Chu Ko Nu. And this one's got some great matchups coming, so it should be a lot of fun to see. Right, he has noted tees you'd like to be judged from: black tees. Any further conditions? Default is fine. Any key design features? Nah. Intended difficulty: medium, tough, CC/elite, depending on conditions. Any real life courses that influence this? Yangtze Dunes. I have looked at this in the past and considered this for a contest submission before moving down a slightly different path, but it's morphed so much from that idea that it's not really inspired by. Okay, great. It will just be a fun course in that sort of setting. Which 3 required elements would you like? Drivable par 4, 4 greens within 200 yards, entire course contained in a 1 million yard area. Awesome. So we've got tight routing, we've got just a lot of, this will be fun. So as you'll see, I've nipped in before just to grab videos and things. We're going to put winds on medium and let's go with east, why not? We'll see how we go. Yeah, I've nipped in to grab videos. I spent next to no time in this course just because I saw the city skyline and just the wide sprawling plot, and you kind of know what you're going to get. This is going to be a really good course. It will play very well because his always do. The greens I think will be excellent. He's really good at them. He's, for me, one of the most solid designers we have. I mean, awesome view off the first. Let's go and fly around. Oof. Now the red trees I don't love. They're very but they are typical of the atmosphere. I don't love them because I don't like the way they are in game. Let's have a look at this clubhouse. This is really cool. I mean, fair play, this is just nailed, the atmosphere. Even the little paths coming out of the angles is great. Ferns, the cool tropical flowers and bushes and things. Hey, Lucy. The fact that he's even got a little shelter thing at the top and then all of these other ones. That is just very, very cool. Good little parking lot. The little bridge is perfect. Yep. Oh, I am all in on this. That's the coolest clubhouse I've seen. And there's been a fair few. Lovely flower bed. A few cars in the car park. I mean, I say I didn't like the red trees. They're growing on me really quickly because I think this atmosphere has done so well. That's a great little nod. The solitary rocks. City skyline is just great. Yeah, they're really cool. Range. Oh, I have not seen these. This is nicely done as well. Obviously, given it's a geyser course, we're going to have, yep, little suburbia. Has to do with suburbs somewhere on them. Oh no, I said at the top of the stream, I hate them. I feel they're used really well, but I still hate them. The water in front of the city is very cool and well done. Has he done a wall all the way? Oh, he's done city buildings. Sensible. I mean, that's really funky. Because at first glance you might not think there's that much to this plot, but oh my goodness, does it reveal some stuff. Yeah, they do. Is Feng Shui Chinese or I wouldn't say Japanese? I was kind of feeling that sort of vibe, but yeah, this is great. I mean, this caught my eye as soon as I leapt in to do flyovers and things, and just the little bridge that you've done is great. I just feel like all of the objects are placed with real care, which I like. It's not just here's some cool objects, let's just throw them down. They genuinely make sense. This is stuff I can't do very well. What have we got here? So is that like a little walking trail? That's cool. Ah, damn it, Geyser, this is good already. And then let's look at the plot. So he's done this plot. This is in a 1 million area, which I'm going to assume is like your, are we 1250 and then 800 or something similar? It's slightly more rectangular. I mean, it works really well, as is. I don't think you need to do much more than that. The plot itself is great. Was this your idea the whole way through, or like a... Okay, and then we've got 3 greens there. That's one cluster. So that's not our 4. Got a double green complex there. Oh, you've just chucked all of these greens in the same places. I love this. Ah, there we are. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's one of our elements. Fairways all joining up. Fun, 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 fun. Right, let's get going with this. So, yeah, kind of know what I'm expecting. First, a par 5, which is great. Yep, this is the sort of green I kind of anticipate. I love Energizer greens. I think they're just always done really, really well. Clever and very careful slopes. So this one really, I think, just rewards us for being straight, which makes sense on the first. Maybe playing a bit more to the right to avoid that big slope on the front. Oh yeah, wait, I'm going to have to turn my tempo back on because I was playtesting earlier. Well, this is going to be chaotic for the first couple of holes. Yeah, we can live with that. I do like that you haven't overplanted this and just let the plot kind of speak for itself. The trees that you have done make a lot of sense. I definitely would have felt the temptation to cover all of the bushes and join them up. I really like that you haven't. Skyline green on the first is always fun. Yeah. Oh, that... Oh, where are we going here? Okay, I'm probably alright. Yeah, the planting on the edge of the coastline as well is really good. I'm just a huge fan of this plot. I think it's really clever that you've done... Oh... I think it's quite a common thing in how you've done it, but it's still worth pointing out that it's clever that you've got lighting coming coast, and then when we're going back the other way you're giving us that big city backdrop to look at to replace the cool lighting. That makes a lot of sense, and you've gone all in on the city in that it's not like half-assed. It's not... If you're going to do it, you've got to do it well. One, 2, 10 and 11 for those 4 greens. Yeah, that would work well. Ooh. Okay, so the double green is going to give us a bit of a punch bowl at the back of this one. And then on the other side we're looking at, well, 10 I presume. No, 11. I guess. I'm not 100% sure on what I think of these big bunkers yet. They're kind of waste bunkers, they're kind of not. I'm just not used to seeing them. I think I like them. The ones over here, I don't know quite what I think. They're just different. Good green sloping again. That little slope there I really like for just making you get your distance right. Might not be it. Really good views though going over. No, these bunkers are definitely growing on me. I think they look great from ground level. It's just the up in the sky that's throwing me a little bit. Hey Rhino. 152s is a sensible green speed. I just think this course is like the thing that comes to mind is classy. It's understated. It's not trying to. Who do you go up against? Remind me. Let's have a little look. So much more fun trying to do these now that we know what the schedule's like. So on day 3 this goes up against Mount Mishkoko that haven't played yet. Day 1, this and Shaker Valley, which I played yesterday, is Old Sunset Field and Camino del Mar. That is awesome. Those are all 4 really, really good courses. And then day 2, this and Port Melbourne, which is great, against Cape Canary and Camino del Mar. You've got some good matches. Definitely. It feels a little bare down here. I get that that's likely realistic. It could have used something. In the way that you've done little bits up here, maybe that's a time issue. I really like that you've given the green a bit of space to breathe. The bunker is hidden, which people will probably expect me to mention if you've watched enough of them, but I don't think we've got that much chance of going in it, given how this slope works, and I think you've intended it to be hidden, and it kind of makes sense, given you're hitting driver over something that's blind. I think I'm alright with that one. Love the little bit of planting here and framing here. City's working perfectly. I really like this. Just try to hit a fairway. This green is sneaky good in that the further right I'd have been for this pin, the more I'm taking on this slope at the back. Whereas, I mean, I've just happened to hit fast, but by going a bit more left, I'm playing away from that slope and leaving a better putt. It's not massively difficult, I wouldn't say, but it's done really nicely. Love the way you're using the bunker to hide the front of the green. Just clever, careful sculpting. Yeah, this is good. Oh, I'm just going to have fun on this course. Oh, so now we head back this way, do we? I feel like we're going to see more of that coastline later, aren't we? This is great. I love that I just don't feel like I know where this plot is taking me. Little hazard stakes down by the water are a really nice touch. Can see where Clubhouse is because we've seen that pretty early on. Doing a really good job of taking us back to things we've already seen from different angles. Yeah, fast is okay, I think. It's a really interesting course because it is properly linksy, but it's very understated compared to Lost Preserve, which we played last night. This one is trying to do totally different things, but doing them equally as effectively. Like low profile, but land movement, but the ground game's still really mattering. Big slope to funnel off if we want. And again, if we go back to that tee shot, the more I'd gone off this side, gone right and played close to the water, the more I'm going to be able to use that little backstop and feed on in. As is, can probably play over here. Wind's maybe going to take us back in. Worst comes to worst, we'll still funnel off the back. I didn't change the name of my stream. I did! Oh, it just wasn't updating stream info. It's being really weird at the moment. Yeah, it failed to update the stuff first time round. That's okay, I'll rename it for the YouTube video. Jizer knows what we're doing. Again, great view across the plot. I like that I'm going to see this plot from so many different angles and it's just never going to get old. Right, so now we head back down this way. Haven't mentioned yet, but I love the overcast, but not dark lighting. I think that this suits this plot down to the ground. So another one where you can basically tell straight away he hasn't bunkered this side, therefore you know we're going to be wanting to play up here. This is Chu Ko Nu by energ1ser, which it should be showing in the stream. I wonder if I can change it on my laptop. 1 second. See, it says it's changed there. Maybe if I put his name in, then it will update. Huh, who knows. It says it's changed for me. Yeah, so you know again, as soon as you play close to the hazards on these sorts of courses, yeah, we're going to get a bit of a better advantage at this. Now this pin, maybe not so much. I think we're okay to go. Oh, perfect. Don't want to go in it though. Oof, long today. And yet, it's a long hole, but look at the angle we've got. We can use the slope, we can use this slope to funnel back, we can just hit into any sort of area around about here, and we're probably funneling down. We can't go too... look at the subtleties of this slope, these slopes. We can't go too far at it, because if we do, we're rolling down there. But as long as we're... it's a shame we're in the heavy rough, but if we're landing around about here, we're going to be funneling down and getting pretty close to the pin. Same if with a front pin, we've got a way to get at it that isn't just hitting directly at it. Probably not going to get up given that we're coming out of heavy rough, but hopefully that will work its way down and we can get out with a par. There we go. Yes, but I'm not going to do too much talking about it now, just trying to do the playthrough for this course. So that's 5 really good solid holes to start off. Again, I'm a big fan of the low water and understated planting. Just what I keep coming back to. Okay, split fairway. Gone to a smaller green, but that does make sense given length of the hole. I wonder if you needed to split the fairway. Actually no, you did. You've sculpted this well enough that we definitely do. Yeah, it pretty much is Petro. And again, like, where do we want to be depends on that pin position. I want to be coming to it from the left hand side. I don't want to take on this slope at all. So I think I can hit a 3-wood and wind will hopefully take it round. And then I've left myself a blind pitch, which is... Oh no, not blind. I can see the flag. But I can't see the base of the flag, which is a nice touch. So that would have been, now that we know, having played that, you probably want to go with less than 3 wood. Probably should have worked out from the yardage on the hole, but I also love that on this hole it doesn't look like there's a lot of hazards, but where he's cut the fairway, that one bunker, angles on the slopes, you could play into different areas of this fairway. You can play here, here, where I tried, lay back further, but look at where it's cut, in front of the bunker, just for different pins based on what you want to do. It's really cleverly done, and it's not requiring a million bunkers, which I am a huge fan of. Gorgeous view over that water. Oh, we got some gorse as well. You've definitely played well with the mix and match of different items. Annoying. I would have loved to have hit a shot into this par 5 and been better. Fairway slope is really important here, and the green slope, and just all makes sense. I think I definitely like some of the bunker shapes a bit more than others. I love this one here. Not so much this one here. Although I really like it from this angle. I don't know. There are some of them that are working better for me than others. I guess that's part and parcel of that raggedy look. So that's my one thing I've got so far, then it's pretty damn good, isn't it? That was not a good pitch. Please hit the slope. He really is skinny. It's a great course. I'm loving the solitary trees and the shadows on those. Please stop. The thing I keep coming back to is I just feel like this course completely belongs. Skyline Green is fun. I think I'm trying to work out how much of the green I can actually see from down here. I think it's your texture colours that just make this difficult, but I still think they're the right ones. I think I can see green there and work it across, but really you're aiming at the flag and you kind of know by sight that's in the distance. I don't think you should be dropping everything to... it's just the game rendering it weirdly, isn't it? Again, love the slopes on this one, but I particularly like this front pin and that mound. So what we've got, one here, one somewhere in the swale, one there and one there. I would guess. Yep. I mean, it's just a really classy course. %100% correct. Yeah, well. It's because the pins make sense. Good par 3. And a good way to use, like, It's a nice way to do a clever little uphill hole, just as in to work across that land. Okay, so we got a fairway probably running back down the other side. Oh, so this is where we played. Got it. Oh my goodness, we're on 9 already? This is flying by. This is just like your CC course. I have so little negative to say. Yeah. Everyone has designers who just like fit your eye. Geyser, everything he does, I'm a huge fan of. Yeah, another really good green. Love the clubhouse in the background that we see that there. So this one must be 18. Yep. That's a great green site as well. Hi, Vlad. Sorry for interrupting your stream, buddy. I wanted to get this one done while Geyser was around. And this is just classy. So all I've got for it, I keep coming back to the same word. Ooh, that isn't. Could see this played on quite a number of tours as well. I could see this on CC easily. I don't think it's too difficult for it. Yeah, didn't it just? Okay, was expecting we'd get this one. I do like that you varied the green sizes quite a bit, dependent on the length of hole. So longer par 4, we've got a bigger green, makes sense, like toned down slopes, makes sense. Then we had that really short par 4. And this one is no more than hit a good tee shot, maybe slight benefit to getting over to the left hand side. Yeah, definitely a bit, but this is just hit 2 good shots. Great view out to the ocean. Bunker layering's money. I mean, and it's also just any longer and this hole becomes punitive into the wind. This works. Again, I mean, I'm like I was last night. I'm struggling to find negative things to say, which is good. I won't say them if I can't find them. But I'm having to work really flipping hard. Bunker sculpting is usually excellent. Yeah, it's great. Really solid. Eesh. Skinny lives for clubhouse building. Definitely tricky to get birdies on here though. You have, well, as in have to be earned. Ah, okay, this makes a lot more sense. I was wondering whether this was a par 4 or par 3. Par 3, the double green. And you've got some really fun positions for pins down here. We've got a couple of beads joining, but I guess you can play the Linksy card. Maybe a bit of puddling here. Although the pin that it produces will be a lot of fun. I guess we're going with the links. Excuse. Lighting is looking really good on this hole. No, I'm not. I'm going to point them out because I know there'll be a couple of judges who are. and it's good for people to consider, but on a course like this where it would drain really well anyway, I'm really not worried. Poor putt. I like the little suburbia as well. Classic geyser. I was wondering when we were going to get a super short par 4. This one's really interesting because slopes aren't severe. Interested to know where your 4th pin is. So I can see 2 back here. I'm presuming 1 back here. I'm assuming you're not going to put one on the middle layer, but you could. So really this one's begging you to try to drive it. And I know that's got to be a bad decision. Solitary bunker I love purely as a way to wind fairway around it. And I love the concept this is based off of, which is one that I will use all of the time. Your smart layup is down here because you're not going to be pitching across the slope and running off the green, whereas the stupid play is to hit driver down here or driver here or 3-wood here and leave yourself with that sort of an approach where everything's running away from you. Really simple concept, executed really, really well. Grassy planting's great. And we want to leave ourselves a full wedge in, 316. I'm going to go with as little as 6 iron. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Oh, well, maybe not with that iron shot, but I'm not surprised. Like, it's the sensible play. Then again, I think you'll still let me bounce on. Easy. Easy hole. Oh. There we go. I mean, I feel a little ashamed of that in that I played that all wrong and I was still rolling away. I love the green because it's so simple, and that's a great hole to show people for how much you can do with very little in terms of variety of options. The shot that's gone in is all about luck. I was in a really bad situation. That was going long of the green, chipping a putt for par. But the variety of options you've created by just careful green contouring and just one bunker placed very, very well, and a fairway cut really cleverly. Okay. And nothing has felt samey yet, which is huge. Love this bunker and the way it again allows you to push the ball a bit further right when we really want to be staying left. I say I want to be staying left. There's a little bit of a backstop, but par 5s you can kind of punish people a bit more on anyway. Thanks, Wes. I mean, just playing a geyser course is enough, Petro. It doesn't need me playing it. I do like that you're just rewarding hitting middle of fairway as well. Yeah, I thought this one might be a long one. If it's that pin, I'm going for it. What have we got? So again, trying to work out where the miss is. Do I want to leave it long? Probably not. Actually, don't really want to be leaving it here because that little spine is going to make it so that, well, this spine here, if we're looking at it from this angle, if we have a putt from here, it's not going to be the friendliest. We're not holding it, certainly. Wouldn't be a bad leave, but bunkers, probably not a bad miss. Can have a relatively easy splash up and down. Is there any better leave? Bailing into here's tightish, but then all world to lay up in if you want to take a 7-iron for a full wedge and a pretty good angle, which is cleverly done because if you want to play it really safely. We had one for the Dream Team. I know Andre has one, but I don't know quite how that works. But yeah, TGC Tours definitely is the place to go. I am tempted just to bomb it into the bunkers. I think we're going to do that. He says missing all of the bunkers. Excellent. Still think it was the right decision, but because I think I've got a lot of green to work with and we can play up, and yeah. And that's not me trying to break the hole, I just genuinely thought that was the easiest miss. Yeah, TGC Tours is basically where we're all based in. Oh, okay. After the last two holes, and on a 400-yard hole, I am all for you putting this pin there. Central hazard, love it. Well placed as well because we're going to be able to bomb it on certain days and go over. Play to this side. We could play way down here, but I don't see why I would. Maybe. Just going to leave a longer shot. How have you protected against this? I don't know that you have. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're going to face some of these on these sorts of holes. I did wonder. With a fast would have been perfect. No, buddy, I totally agree. Playing down wrong fairways is something that you probably wouldn't do in real life, but I'm not a stickler for it. And as you say, you'll ruin the golf course trying to protect it all. Really good run of holes though. That's a shame. I should have played that hole properly, sorry. This bunker layering is so good down the left hand side. And then that sneaky one at the end that you can't see. Hi Matt. So generally going front to back, which is good. We haven't had one of those before. Kind of going front to back, but with a plateau right. Yeah, it's sneaky. This is going to be a tough pin. 4, 6, 7. I mean, thank goodness you give me a lot of space to hit driver. Have to hit fairway. Won't hit fairway. Great. Did not want to sit. Well, I mean, equally, there's an ability to run it on, but you've got to have control at this pin, which I will not. Although 90% lie. Well, last time we hit a shot like this, we hold it, so obviously going to go well. Yeah, it's going to end up short. Not the easiest chip either. That's a sneaky tough green when you haven't really done that much to it. Oh, so here we're playing close to the little botanical garden. And we get the city backdrop again. Further, this is nice. That one little tier, the further down the right hand side I am, I think the better my angle is going to be in. But do we camber over this way? Of course we do. So we camber down to the left, which is going to leave me playing more at the tier and having to be more precise with distance control. Green settings, awesome. These little mounds and the trees this side, yeah, I love this. Think I can carry that. I can't carry that. But I do have the angle, so there's that. Could be alright. There we go. I mean, courses like this give you such good opportunities for recovery shots. I'm not totally punished if I'm off. Yeah, a little bit of luck there. Oh well. Deserved a par at best. But I do love that. I don't feel like is that the next hole? Yep. Great par 3. Looks gorgeous off the tee. I've completely come around on the bunkers. I really like them. I think you've nailed it. The more I've seen them, the more they are working and they make a lot of sense. And when you see them from the ground particularly, I think that's where they work well. Gee, this slope. Almost a maiden. Almost. Yeah, this is a beautiful hole. Oh, that's not the shot. Loses points for 17 being a par 3 and 18 being a par 5. Other than that, it's all good. Tee box isn't flat, but meh, don't. Oh. Oh. Oh, I like this. Okay, so I think so it's not a long hole, so we should be able to reach it. If we go down the left, we get a better angle. Definitely to this pin. Right, we're probably getting a shorter shot. If we go right, are we funneling down? I think we are. I wonder. Oh. I don't think that was the wrong shot. Yeah, I agree. The mound makes a ton of sense. Awkward stance. This is a really good finishing hole because it is just awkward, but there's a real chance of finishing with birdie or eagle if you play it well. And yet not a given. It's just a clever par 5. Very fast. Huh. Isn't really what we're aiming for. Can we putt this, Geyser? Of course we can. I mean, what a way to finish. Just It's a really fun course. This is, yeah, wasn't it just? um, I also know Jizer loves putts like that. I remember him sending me one from Black Salt. There you go, Batty, just for your bingo, of doing something very similar. And huge fan. Right, that's a really good course. Things I like looking back at this, starting and finishing on par fives is cool. Um, and kind of going 5-3-4 at the end and 5-3-4 here. Uh, No, oh, not quite. It was close. If you'd swapped these two over, you'd have had a bit of a palindrome of a scorecard, which would have been hilarious. 13 a bit, yeah, shame. Other than that, great. Um, just every hole is really, really well done. The bunkers didn't grab me initially, but really worked for me by the end. Totally immersive. Every hole was unique and strategically interesting. I think the environment is really, really well done. Um, this is like right up there for my favourites I've played. It's just sneaky, sneaky good in every single regard. Um, where might you fall down? I think it's understated in a couple of places, but that's what works for it so well, and that is the environment. I think it's one of those courses where it will reveal itself more with each playthrough and each pin set. Um, I don't really have any nitpicks. There's some puddling on greens, but we both kind of agree that that doesn't matter so much. A little bit of planting by the river I wish you'd have done, but you probably just ran out of time. I don't. I think this is better than Ranfurly, for what both courses were trying to do, and I loved Ranfurly. So, yeah, Jai Buddy, really, really good work. That's also just a blast to play. It's really fun. Um, and for a course that isn't relying on anything wild or like crazy undulations, just totally, totally engaging. So, yeah, thank you very much for that. I'm going to cut the stream here. We're going to log back on in a second, and we're going to play Kenyon's Knob Creek, because of course he's called it that. Back in 1 second.